All right, YouTube, we're back. It's Thursday. Both the fuel pumps are here. So we have the main fuel pump right here, and we have the sending unit. I'll have the link for both of these in the description below. Y'all need them. Everything's dried up. I'm gonna get the vacuum and vacuum around the tank one more time. Here is the sending unit. And on the one I put that sending unit in, the other one, the other 300, I did notice I cut off all the zip ties holding this together, because I kind of didn't know if the zip ties should be in the gas, but on the stock one, as you can see, there's still zip ties holding it all together. So I guess you could leave the zip ties on if y'all want to. This zip tie is cut on, some don't have one on the stock one, so I'm going to cut this one off. Alright, we got the sending unit right there. I'm going to look how this float is in there, so I'll make sure I put the float in correctly. Everything looks the same. It's built a little different. The wires don't hide away, kind of. I think it has clips down there. I was going to take it out and try to move the wires out of the way, but I don't want to risk breaking anything. I don't think the wires will do anything with the float. But before y'all put it on, what I was gonna do was move the wires to the front of this out of the way of the float. So y'all do that on y'all's. I don't think it's gonna mess with anything, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. Because as you see, there is some clips at the bottom that clipped in as well. So I don't want to risk breaking anything, so I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. There's the old one, and then on the old sending unit, you want to make sure to get this blue clip off of it. This blue clip off of there and put it on the new one. Both the new O-rings. Just from the fuel tank being open, you want to make sure to get all the debris that you can out of the fuel tank. And from around. Look at that yellow gas, look at that. Oh, there's a rag in there. I didn't even know it was in there. That would have been bad. Rag fell off in there that I didn't even know was in there. Wow. Could have been bad. See that? That's why you gotta check, double check everything, double check all your work. Look at that zip tie right there. So I don't want, that's why I cut the zip ties off. There's a broken zip tie right there in the tank. All right, now that you got that cleaned, put the new O-ring on. You want to start with the sending unit first, because all this has to be sent to the other side of the tank. You want to make sure all that gets over there. You won't be able to install that until you install this one, because this one has all the hoses and everything that has to connect. It is kind of a tight space. You just have to feed it to the top half of the tank. See, and this does have a spring. You might think that it don't fit. You might think that the pump don't fit because that's how it sits right there. It has a spring. You got to push down all the way down onto the tank, just like that. You want to get your ring. You got to kind of put pressure on it. Alright, I'm not going to put the hose on yet. I'm going to check and double check and make sure the hoses are on over here, that I could reach everything. Here are the hoses right here. You got the safety right there. You want to take that out. Get the new fuel pump. These hoses will reach. You got another safety right here, cap for that. You want to take off. Take the top hat off. Put this down in the tank. That plug goes to the top hat. But these hoses, you got a thicker one all it does is clip. I don't know if you can see it. Clips right there, and the smaller one goes into that clip right there. You'll see it has a little groove on the hose that you push the clip into. Just like that. Both of them are clipped in, and you get this hose right here. You heard it snap in. It does have a safety clip on there. You'll hear it snap into place. Then you want to put the top hat back on. The next one, heard it snap in. This one has a spring as well. And make sure your O-ring is in the correct spot. Alright y'all, it is 109 outside right now. The GoPro got too hot and died. I got that one in, got them both in. Now the next thing you want to do is put this fuel line hose on. Line it up, hear the click. Then just like how we took these off, you gotta hammer it clockwise until you see these rings sit into place. And then once they're in place, I'm gonna go get some fuel, put gas in it, and we're gonna get the first start up. All right, I'm gonna see how long the GoPro stays on. It did turn off whenever I was putting that pump on, but I did get most of it, hopefully. You wanna do these counterclockwise, and you kinda wanna move. You don't wanna stay in one spot when you're hitting. You wanna move around each side of the ring, and you'll see it move each time. If you stay in one spot, it's not gonna move. So you wanna move every so often after you hit it a couple times. Move to a different spot. You can see it's kind of moving over there, so I need to get it up here. Almost there. There's a little bump right here, and you got to get it right. Got to get it to line up with the indentation. That's when it's in place. Alright y'all, after a bunch of banging, got both of them in there finally. They're both seated. Now I'm gonna go get some gas, take a break, because it is 109 out here. It's 109. I'm gonna take a break, vacuum around the pumps again, just to get all the debris from banging around it, and I'll be back once I put the gas in. All right, y'all, we got the gas. We're gonna put it in, and after 3 years, we're gonna see if she starts up. Woo!
Oil package up. Oh, you got the hood on. Look, oh, finished her up.
The oil seems clean.
They might have had that foul in the line store or something, but it wasn't that foul. But
It'll quiet down.
the oil was pushed around.
It'll quiet down.
Unbelievable. That's crazy.
You can tell the suspension's better when you put it in gear on that one, on the silver one. It whoop. That's all suspension. This thing goes into gear nice. I don't want to run it too long. I want to change the oil first, but I want to take these spark plugs out. Okay, everything looks good. I don't see no leaks. Put that back on. No leaks. Put that back on. Cover that back up. Thing's done. Seat's ready to go back in. Make sure to check the boots for any rips or tears or even burn marks on the side of them to make sure the spark plugs ain't arcing to the cylinder wall. The spark plugs were bad. I have a sponsor that's sending out new plugs and coil packs. I'll have an install video coming real soon. All right, YouTube, we're back next day. It's time to do this oil change on this white one. Oh my Lord. I hate when people put their whole life into tightening the drain plug. There we go. And now I'm stuck. I do not want to get bit by a spider or something. Always make sure when you're doing an oil change, when you take down the filter, that this rubber gasket is not up there. Always do as tight as I can with my hand, and then like just a little quarter turn with the filter, just to make sure. Do not tighten it down with your life, it doesn't need it. Alright, we got 3 quarts in here, total of 7 quarts, so I'm gonna need 4 out of here. And 1 quart. Exactly 1 quart. And dump the old oil back in the container. Now remind you, when you're doing this, you're gonna need, if you buy 2 big ones like I did, I can't use it because I got extra oil in there, but this big one and the 2 smaller ones, you could refill this. This will only hold 5 quarts, so I'm not gonna be able to put all this old oil in this container. Uh-oh. I gotta move this battery over to that one. we go. Yesterday the motor was kind of ticking pretty loud, which is what that one did as well. That's why even if the oil looks clean, after it sits for years, I'm telling you, you need to change the oil either way. Look how quiet it's running now. You don't want to let your engine run like that. Let me see if the compressor kicks on at all. She said it started blowing hot, so I just want to see if the compressor is on. Compressor kicked on, which means it ain't that low. It's not blowing super cold, but it is blowing cold. We don't got a lot of gas, but I'm gonna just take it to the next driveway, do a little loop, see how it feels. Size 30. Size 30. My is on fire. Black leather seats. Don't play. Still says 25. Just weird. Trying to get these brakes to clear up. Horn works. She's alive. Right now I gotta get the battery out of this one, put it back in that one so I can park them next to each other. Alright y'all, back here with another day. We got the silver 300. I think we're gonna keep this one. I do like the white better, but I just feel like the motor in this one's stronger. I got less miles too, and my parents are gonna be driving it around. They're gonna keep one of them, so I think this is the one they're gonna keep. It does have the sunroof too. I like the white better, and I know these wheels will look better. We picked these off of Marketplace yesterday, so I will be throwing these on, seeing how it changes the look. This is mandatory to put some 20s on it with these big fender wells, but I am gonna do a little editor's magic just to get this done faster. So all right, y'all, so we changed our mind. We decided to take the white one. Put the wheels on the white one, looks so much better. We decided to sell the silver one and keep the white one. And I'm gonna wrap the video up right here. I'm gonna show y'all what we got planned for this white one. We got a package from Dragonfire Performance. Brand new coil packs and spark plugs. I will have an install video with this coming very shortly. And I'll also have a video coming of the exhaust. Big Boys exhaust. Sent me over some tips and some mufflers to get put on. And I'll have a video of that coming. This car is completely stock, so I'll have some sound clips and everything of it being completely stock. And then after it's done, I'll have a video of these coming real soon. And then one more thing just showed up today. The radio in this white one don't work, so I decided to get a screen for it off of Amazon. 9-inch screen. I'll have an install of this coming as well. But that'll be it for this video. Make sure to watch for the installs coming out. See y'all in the next one. Peace.